My name's Adam Whitmire. I'm a real estate investor, developer, and fund manager. Taking a look at this Grant Cardone video because I've seen on media that Grant Cardone is the expert and specialist. So I'm going to be reacting to some of his advice that he's going to give, because he says you can get into real estate with like no money down, which reminds me of those old Carlton Sheets videos. And I remember doing that 20 years ago when I first got started. I know a lot of guys that did that, and they became distressed sellers themselves because they didn't have any money. So I don't know if this is a good idea or bad idea, but we're about to find out.
You could get started in real estate with no out-of-pocket money.
No money down.
I'm in a casino today. I'm in the Mirage Hotel.
That's a ridiculous idea. So just the concept, people, when you buy money with no money down, you can have money, but it's going to cost money to hold the real estate. But I do really like how he starts with a really cool background, like he's in this really nice place, making lots of money, enjoying his life.
They're going to depreciate and write off everything in the old building that they knocked down. This is the craziest game in town, and you're not taking advantage of it. And they're going to build another building with debt. The thing you need to know about.
That's right. Every time you build a building, they can depreciate that building over a period of time, 20 plus years. And then once it's fully depreciated, they can sell it to another one of their entities and start all over again. But I'm not a CPA, so I don't know.
With no money. Okay. The first deal was $78,000. That's in your neighborhood today. I don't care who you are, where you live.
That's funny. Technically, I bought my first house with no money down. I thought it was a really cool idea. And it was the house that I just got engaged to my wife, and I started the Carlton Sheets course, and I ended up buying our first house, which was kind of cool getting into it. But I didn't realize, obviously you have to have money, maintain a property, and fix it up.
There's probably a good 11 to 12 different ways to buy a deal with no money down.
But why do you need to be buying real estate with no money down? You really should have a job and be saving money and investing it in the right types of deals. So assuming he's saying somebody wants to go off and maybe start flipping houses and not have a lot of money to get started, is that what we're talking about? But that's not the same thing as no money down.
Now, that being said, those are easy, and that's not what I'm here to explain to you. In fact, in this training, I'm going to leave all those deals aside because most of that's just garbage real estate.
Okay, so now you're telling me that the deals that we're getting with no money down or little money down are garbage real estate. So okay, let's see where we're going with this.
That's a whole other topic that I'm going to be sharing in this 3 hours.
That's true. Yeah, that's true for the most part. There are a lot of banks that some banks lend on the borrower, some banks lend on the asset. Now, banks typically that lend on the asset do charge higher interest.
But you got to know all this stuff. I'm going to share all this with you in this training. But the most important thing is when you get the right deal, you will have money from every source wanting to fund that deal. I'm going to show you in this training how to find that right deal. Number 2, money, family and friends. Okay, now, when you go approach a family and friend, you guys should not approach family and friends on some 75, 25, 50, 50. You just approach them for a damn loan. Right now, they got money. Guys got $10,000 sitting in the bank. Your dad's got 10 grand sitting in the bank. I can buy a house for 10 grand today. You go to your dad, he's earning 0.0.
I'm concerned at what kind of house you're going to buy for 10 grand.
Nah, I don't know if I trust you to pay me back. Do you trust Wells Fargo? Wells Fargo ripping your dad off for freaking 30 years. Wells Fargo was fined by the UK.
Okay, hang on a second. First of all, yes, if you want to make money, it's better to borrow money. Friends and family are going to trust you a little bit more, and you can borrow money from friends and family before you can somebody that doesn't know you. And I get, if you do it as a loan, that means you can pay them back and you keep most of the profits. I totally get that. But he also said the first deal that he bought was a bad deal. So you're going to buy your first deal, which is going to be a bad deal because you don't know a whole lot what you're doing yet. And you're going to do it a loan that you're probably not going to be able to pay back. And if you do get that loan, I would assume he's going to tell us that we need to make sure that we don't have to make interest payments along the way on that loan, but we're just going to pay back a fixed interest rate after we do the deal. Let's see.
Dad, let me $10 grand. I'm going to pay you. I'm not going to pay you 0.0012%. I'm going to pay you, Dad, 12% in 1 year, and it would take you, Dad, 12 years.
All right, you tell me how to sell my family on it. I got it. Okay, what's next?
12% in 1 year. Your dad's probably going to say, you don't need to pay me 12, just pay me 5. Buy deals. Get around people that are funding deals. Get around people that are investing.
I agree.
Probably one of your local bar down. Do you want to join mine?
Who has it said you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with? You know, your income's the average of the income of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Jump on somebody's syndication. Okay, I'll give you an entire list of guys that are doing syndications that I like around the country. From Houston.
And he's right. If you can find a deal good enough and you can connect with a syndicator, but you kind of have to control that deal. That means you have to get it under contract. I haven't heard any ways to do a deal with no money down.
I'm looking for real estate. If you find a piece of real estate,
Okay, so you're doing this video so that I can find deals and send them your way. So this is a way for you to source deals. Got it. Or this is a way for you to have people come join your network. Got it. It's a great video for that. No, I mean, this is great. Either we're going to talk about this and you're going to have me purchase your course so I can learn these details you're talking about. Or you want me to bring you some of my investors, you want me to bring you some of my deals.
Because good real estate will always buy money.
Okay, I agree with that. Sometimes you say, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? Well, in my opinion, the deal comes first. Well, do you need to go get an investor first? No, you just find a deal. I was starting from scratch at that point, just being a real estate agent, saying, hey, I want to do more investing. And I knew how to underwrite a deal, so I found some deals and started throwing deals out there. It's kind of like fishing. When you're fishing, you have to have the right bait to catch a certain fish. So if you have the right bait, you can catch certain fish. So if you want to find money, money will follow deals. Money follows returns. So I totally agree with that. If you find the right deal and you can prove and underwrite it, show that it's the right deal, money will come. So you can put that deal out there and money will start coming to you, and then you structure a deal from that point. So I do agree with what he's saying, that if you find the right deal, but first you have to know how to underwrite. You have to know what a deal looks like. And how do you know if it's a good deal unless you can underwrite a deal? So are you going to show me how to analyze it? And I think he said he was going to show me how to analyze it, determine if it's a good deal. And then once I have something that is a good deal, then I can show it to people. But if I don't have it under contract and I don't control it, then there's some risk that they're going to go around me. So let's see what he says next.
Join the training, take advantage of it. It's completely free. There's no strings attached. You don't have to buy anything. Just come, give me 3 hours of your time. Get a nanny for the kids.
Okay, Grant, this is kind of like a timeshare. I'm going to go to this thing for free and I'm going to get hard sold on spending money buying your package.
I'll show you how to do that in the training. Click the link. Hope you enjoyed this. Give me a comment. Hey, go out and find that deal. Remember, money.
Hey, so I agree. You attract money by finding the right deal, but money doesn't always find the deal. They need you, they need us, they need people to find it. And we can't find it without knowing how to underwrite it. But no, I thought that was interesting. So, I like the concept, but what he's saying is that you can buy investing with no money down. I haven't heard him explain one concept where he's buying the property with $0 out of pocket. So every scenario, except if you can convince somebody else to put up the money, yes, you can buy a deal without any money out of pocket. I don't know how you're going to do that if they know that you have no experience whatsoever, and you're going to tell them, so, well, I'm, taking this course. But I do think that you can convince somebody to give you money. But that's not the same thing as buying a property with no money down, right? So let's think about this. So I think, yes, you can get a property purchased with little or no down payment. You can get someone to owner finance the deal. Mortgages, as a matter of fact, interest rates are a lot higher right now. So owner finance deals are going to be way more popular because I think 73% of the population refinanced with an interest rate below 4%. And so you've got all these mortgages out here with low interest rates. So I would contact a seller, somebody wants to move. So you can definitely do that. You can definitely get a property under contract. And if you can get it under contract and control the property, and you could probably get it under contract with not a lot of money, then you can make a deal work. Or if ultimately at the end of the day is you've got to get a seller to work with you. And this is popular now too. We have a lot of landowners wanting to put their land in the deal because they can't sell it anymore for the price that they want to get out of it. So they want to put their land in the deal, and then we come in and develop it. And that's part of our equity raise, makes it easier for us. They get to get more money out of the deal, what they were looking for in the first place. You can do the same thing with single family rental properties. Again, my first property that I bought with no money down didn't cost me no money down. It cost me $750, or $700 is what it cost me. It's very little. Plus, it cost me the $3,000 that I paid for the course so they could show me how to do a land contract. So I don't know, I believe in education, and there may be some good education there, but I think it's misleading if you're going to tell people they're literally going to buy a property, even if they're just getting it under the contract and flipping it to someone else, bringing it to you and you fund it. They're going to do that with no money down. I think is a little bit misleading. I think they can do it with little money down. I buy that. And I do buy that it's all about the deal. And I think if they bring you a fantastic deal, you'll find a way to get it funded for them. That sounds about right. I think there's a lot of people do it. And at the end of the day, it's how much cut are you going to take, and what are you going to give them for bringing you the deal? But I've got to go to your course and sit through one of those free timeshare course or whatever your course is, and then I'm probably going to end up spending $2,000 because it's going to sound so great. But no, this is interesting. I do believe in education, and I believe if you can start with what you know, and if you own a home, then you know something about buying a house. If you don't own a home, then figure out how to buy a house, and then you can kind of start from there. And if you can't buy a house because you can't get a loan or you don't have any money, then you need to find someone that has some money that's willing to go in with you while you do the legwork. And if you don't want to get a loan, then have the seller owner finance the property. It limits your selection of properties, but it can be done. So you can definitely get into real estate with little money down, but not no money down. I would rate this, production quality, how I did, I would give it, 6.5 to 7 out of 10. For as far as like content and quality, is probably going to be less than a 5 on actual education. It's probably going to be a 3 to 5 on the education side. If you want to see what kind of projects we're investing in, what we're doing, go to our website, arabellacapital.com, and you can take a look at our fund and see what we're investing in.